Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I know this one it's planned to come out right after the one that I just posted is out. The reason being is because I'm trying to get everything I can in for this series before school starts again, because I know for a fact I won't be able to post for at least 2 more weeks after break ends for me. So I'm just trying to get everything covered. This is another tester video, but it is aimed for the actual series. So editing and voiceover stuff is going to be the same, where I'm just watching the video and voicing over, and then editing me will talk to you at the end of the video. Although if you haven't already guessed by the title, we are doing a Yandere Sim series remake because I really have an interest in those videos particularly, because I just love seeing people's remakes of those characters. So this video will be aimed for just the uniforms and not the actual characters, because like I said, it's just another tester video. But without further ado, I hope you enjoy. Quick disclaimer before I start going into the actual speed drawing and why I have the uniforms a separate video than the actual characters, unlike most people. I would suggest you do your own research about this game and the creator, because a lot of people have very strong opinions and views on it, and I don't want to go too much into that because the whole for that is already dig deep enough in my opinion, and we all get the idea. But if you are unaware, I would suggest you do your own research and find out stuff for your own to create and form your own opinion. Now, going forward, here's why I decided to make the uniforms video separate from part 1, where I remake Ayano and Taro. Or for what I'm planning right now, just Ayano in the first video, or just Taro. I'm not sure, I'm still figuring that out, but I put the uniform video on its own because I plan to make this video a tester video instead of just a video that was supposed to be the actual first part. Because I would like a little bit more knowledge and skills before I go into the next video, but I want to make sure I get everything I can in for the series before I have to pause on it for a little bit. So that is why I put it in its own part. Plus, personally, I thought making the uniform was harder than I assumed it would be, because I had a hard time figuring out what I personally liked, but also liked for the school. For the gameplay mechanics of the uniforms, I would like to explain. I believe that the school their uniform policy is pretty consistent, along with the phone policy, that it's we don't really mind as long as it's not too big of a distraction. So the way I see the uniforms working in the game is we have the loose base of the uniform, so the white base and the sweater and the skirts for females, and same top but pants for the males. I see that being the base for everybody, but certain characters, depending on their personality, will do certain things to make it their own, because I want every character that is important to have this, character idol that would be very recognizable based off of certain accessories. Like, they may have phone charms on their phone. They may have edited a pocket into their skirt if they're a girl. They may have changed the color of their stockings. They maybe don't wear stockings. Maybe they wear gloves, for example. Maybe they wear hair accessories. Maybe they don't even wear the blazer or sweater that comes with the uniform. Things like that, so that the characters stand out more, because I don't want them to all look copy and paste the same, because then it wouldn't really be much of a redesign other than just me yapping. So I did decide I wanted to include this video just to explain that mechanic, so I don't have to cut into the time of me talking about the actual character and things I have planned for the uniform. So for when I was drawing this, I made both the bases at the same time, because I just did the duplicate option on Procreate. Right now I decided to work on the female base because I personally just like working on female characters more, because I am female, because I understand stuff like that better. But for the bases of the actual characters, I made them the same because I didn't really want to have any distinct features to have to worry about. Although I put an F and M for you can see which side is different. For the girls, they have a skirt and a bow. For males, everything is the same, minus the stockings, and they have a tie instead of a bow, and they have pants as well. For the actual color schemes, I took a picture of the starting screen and I put that into Procreate and made it make a palette out of that, and then I took those colors that I liked and made them into little row on the top that you can see. I took the colors I like and put them all together to use them on the actual uniform, although you'll see later in the video that I do lighten them up a little bit. The male version, their colors are a bit more accurate than the female. As you can see right now, I was struggling with the sleeve colors and I kept changing it around. I also did just like kind of scribbling colors instead of actually like doing the dropper tool, because I like the scratchy look of sketching. But now I moved on to the male. As you can see, I outlined it with a lighter color instead of just black, because I personally think it looks better if you outline like the main item of something with a lighter color than a darker color. I feel like it looks less harsh and it kind of blends into the actual colors a little bit more better. As you can see, I was playing around with lightening things up a little bit, other than the pink, I think, because I just like that pink. It looks like the pink in the game. But I did make their uniforms to match the school, because I didn't like how in the original ones, that one, it was a middle school uniform, and two, that the uniforms clashed with a lot of the characters' designs in the actual school atmosphere. I felt like your brain received it as it wanting to be like matching to the school, but it wasn't. So I made it so that it was more matchy, because I think they would represent those school colors, and not just some random blue and reds in their uniform. For the girls, I also made it so if I remake, like whenever I make Kazana, I think is her name, the drama girl, I will make it her character. She has like the bullies. She would hike up her skirt, not a whole lot, but she would hike it up enough that it would be super noticeable, but people do notice. But it is not dress codable, because I do believe they do have a dress code, just very loosely followed though. I'm reaching the end of this remake, and I hope you've enjoyed. Here are the uniforms. Hey guys, post-editing me here. That is it for the character remake for their uniforms. I hope you've enjoyed this first part for hopefully a long-ish series that I do finish. I may or may not post the next video tomorrow, depending on what time I get home, because I do think we are going out. I hope you've enjoyed me talking. I know it's not as fun as my actual character remakes. I know there wasn't a whole lot of funny parts to this video, but I just thought it was a good option to add this part for some background on what I thought about the uniforms, or a few other things about this series that I am making. Although it is completely unnecessary to watch it. But I do thank you for watching it. I hope you've enjoyed. If not, I am very sorry. Once again, please let me know what you'd like and didn't like down in the comments. Bye!